Use the sidebar to access the Elements tools. From here, select Purlins. To create a Purlin design, select the Create New button. Work through the fields shown on the screen to complete a Purlin design. Firstly, a description must be entered in order to complete the calculation. Using the span type option, users can select from a list of 5 different span types. Double span and double span unequal. Select one of these options if purlins are to have continuity over one or more internal supports. These options can also be used if you are looking to have purlins supplied in single span lengths and then sleeved on site. Single span should be used if you are restricted to installing purlins between rafters or where purlins have no continuity over an internal support. Continuous systems can be used to provide a more economical solution. Typically, where bays are greater than 6.15 meters and there are 5 or more bays, all joints are sleeved in a continuous system. However, sections can be designed as continuous single span if sections are to be handled in single span lengths, or continuous double span if sections are to be handled in double span lengths. Once the span type is entered, spans, centers, and roof pitch should be populated based on building geometry. Deflection limit will be auto-populated based on user defaults, but can be overwritten as needed. In the loading section, you can use the frame number, building face, and building zone drop-downs to auto-populate wind load values based on the wind load analysis carried out previously. Gravity loads will be auto-populated based on user defaults, but can be overwritten with project-specific values as required. In the snow loading sections, you can then select your roof type. If the location has been updated earlier, the snow load will update automatically based on this, or alternatively, can be manually overwritten. At this stage, if there are no drift cases to consider, click Apply to run the calculation. The lightest pass section and the guidance for the anti-sag system will be displayed on the right side of the screen, along with applied loads and capacities and deflection information. To change the section, navigate to the All Sections tab. The Pass Sections toggle can be toggled off to only display pass sections. Another section can be selected from the list. This will then appear on the selected section screen and save to the calculation. Use the Load Combinations tab to view the load combinations used in the design. You can use the sidebar to quick print the report if just running a single calculation. If you are running multiple calculations, you will see the Calculations Add to the Publish tab. See our How to Create and Publish a Report video for more information on this. The functions at the top of the left screen allows you to create a new calculation, delete the current calculation, or copy a calculation. If we copy the calculation seen here, it will add copy to the description. You can then update the calculation as required, for example, if accidental drifted snow is to be applied. To then apply snow along the purlin span, scroll to the bottom of the screen. You can either select a drift case previously saved on the snow screen, or manually enter the drift length and load. Then to apply snowdrift across the purlins, the Slope Calculator tab is used. In the End Purlin Distance to Apex field, enter the distance from the last purlin to the apex. In the Layout field, enter the remainder of the purlin layout starting at the eaves, or the point where the snowdrift is highest if this isn't the eaves. The layout is entered with commas, separating the spaces between purlins. The @ symbol can be used where a number of spaces are the same, for example, 4 spaces at 1.8 meters. If you are trying to maintain a particular section, the section reference drop-down can be used. If a specific section depth is required, the drop-down can be used. Alternatively, users can leave the drop-downs as none, and the lightest section for each purlin will be shown. To apply the drift across the purlins, either select a drift case from the drop-down if predefined on the snow page, or alternatively, manually enter the drift length and load. Once these fields are populated, click Apply, and the entire Slope tab on the right will display results for the different sections up the slope. To edit the loadings on a specific purlin, select the purlin required from the purlin layout and scroll down to change the loads on a specific section. Once the change has been made, hit Apply and the entire slope layout will update to show this. Click the Back button to return to the main purlin screen where all calculations that have been run can be seen, along with the selected section, date created and date modified.